Good morning and welcome back to yet another bow review. What could you expect from me? Big box from Hungary, from Grozer. He thought it's time that I show you his base model bows, his version of fiberglass bows. And then we see. Oh, now let's check. Bubble wrap, very good. Descriptions. One bow, the other, and what's missing? Where's the cake? Yeah, it's okay, Shama. 1 point less for not including the cake. These are the two bows, and what I can tell from the handle, this is the one for the Middle Ages we test next time. This is the one we talk today. It's the Hungarian bow, the Bashkir G4 base bow in fiberglass. Let's see how it looks like. You get a pretty sleeve. Even for his fiberglass bows, a pretty sleeve. Ooh, thin, white, black leather, stitched on the back. Nice, whipping. Not bad. So, the bow is strung 56.25 inches, has unstrung 62.5 inches, has a brace head of 7 1/8. The poundage of this one is 43. And you can have this bow, which is interesting for some people of you, 25 to 100 pounds. So if you are in heavy draw weights, good option. And the max draw of this bow is 32 inches. It's, as I said, glass fiber, wood and leather. And then of course this nice hemp or whatever this string, the rope is, or this twine. And the price of this pretty bow is 170 euros plus shipping, obviously. Knock to knock. We still have to do this, even if I didn't get my cake. You left one piece, you said. I thought you put it in the box for me. That's okay. 54.5, all the way the same. 24.5, 24.5. And I said you get again this description for it. Oh, this is the Bashkir. And there's a card of an avar, which I don't know where it is. But here's written the max draw is 31, so we have 31 max draw of the Bashkir. So let's see how we manage now to string this pretty bow. So I think for the price, a good fiberglass bow, it's performing well and not too much hand shock. Why not? String looks really nice. Ostra. Stringing was easy. So there you go. Hungarian bow. G4. 7. And we're supposed to have 7 1/8. It's fine by me. You can twist it a little in, then it works fine. 590. It's okay for a fiberglass bow. 590. Straight. Nothing. So stiff. Handle feels good. 28, 29, 30, 31. No stacking. So 31 inches max draw. I read on the website it's 32. That's why I brought 32-inch arrows, but we simply don't draw them fully. And there is no recommendation of arrow weight, but I guess 9 grams per pound should be fine for this bow. These are 400 spine, and the bow is 43 at 28. 3 inches more, I guess we'll end up at roughly 50 pounds. They are 400. Let's see. Oh, it's fast and interesting. Nice non-contact CF fiberglass bow. We start with wood arrows. They are 500 and something. We will see what the bow will have then in max draw, but I guess we are roughly at 50 pounds then. And these arrows might be a little too weak spined, but they're very nice. And with this weight of the arrows, you don't feel a lot of vibration and almost no hand shock. which is pretty good for a fiberglass bow. 400 grain. So I would say this bow would do 32, but we only drew it 31. Nice. Kicks a little, but it's a fiberglass bow. Oh, cut the string twist a little bit. Nice. And 330 grain. Bit too lightweight, I guess. Oh, yeah. 10 kicks like a mule. Nice. But I think it's not the slowest one. Interesting. So 330 is too lightweight, 400 grain is doable, but you see then what it is in grain per pound. Parity. The Hungarian base bow at 28. Let's see. 28 is exactly here. 42.5. And 31. I skipped the 30 inches because it's 31 is here. 50.8. We give it 51. Huh? 51. 7.5 pounds in 3 inches means 2.5. Every inch, just fine. 28. Nothing to complain besides the string angle. It's already beyond, so at 27 we have a string angle of 60 degrees. 30. Still fine. So you don't mix anything out here, and here you have this safety whipping, so you don't have to worry about anything with this bow. Then you can see 31, 32 gets a little stiff, and this would be 32. Good. Now you saw this pretty bow. So what you get here, and look at this nice inscription. Sears are very deep, wide, but very narrow, or whatever you know what I mean. Then you have here these horn reinforcements on both sides, which is nice. Sears look nice. Here, nice and natural. Then you have this nice whipping, natural white, looks very good. And then black leather with a nice stitching line on the belly. Handle is good. And you have these two, I think it's this horn, processed horn, as an arrow pass, because here you will scratch it, and if you make it leather, you know what happens. Pretty bow. The string looks really good. Well, it looks really, with this one you can directly go as an actor in a nice historical movie. Really nice. Feels good. Bow doesn't wiggle at all. Nice, well made. So the 500 something grain, 510, 512 on 20 meters. This is upside down. Yep. $31. Nice. Even these arrows are a little underspined, but they fly. Yep. Get there, you need some shots. Let you know what the bow is doing. So we have the height. Still shoot a little to the left. 400 grain, I think it's just working for me, but that's me. Look, oops, I have a little wobbly. So you might want to apply a little string twist and a little quatre, maybe. Oh, bad shot. And 330, as said, is a little lightweight. String is very thin, so you need to maybe adjust your nooks. Ooh, see? 600 spine. It's not going to work that. Oh, you saw that? 600 spine, not enough for this bow, so go with 500 or even 400 spine. 510 grain. We draw 31 inches. Ah, yeah, that kills your arrows. 154. 142. They're way too heavy. Yep, and kills your arrows. 142. See, don't want to do that anymore ever. But they are too heavy anyway. So 400 grain. $171 feels more like 178. Oh, I need to remove them. 179. 330, just in case we want to know. Of course, we want to know. Question. Ooh, that 195 for a fiberglass bow. But 192. So if you don't care about the weight limit, I don't tilt the bow so you see the curves properly. Nice, it really does the job. And it's not too slow as you saw. And I'm getting groups slowly, so takes a few shots. Ooh, the 600 are too lightweight spined. 400 just fine for the poundage, but the 600 they go unpredictable. They are not, you need to really care. But what I can tell you, this bow is fun to shoot. 31 inches easily, so we shoot 400 grain. At the end you feel that the bow gets a little stiff, but it's fine. Oh, nice. Ooh. Can't show you the group because the arrows disappeared in the target. And 600 spine is a little too weak. Look how they fly. Oh, they really flex. But there's a video coming soon regarding spine and thumb release and just paradox and all this stuff. Really nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's done. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a lot going on. Insane for a fiberglass bow. Really, really well made. And my group, yeah, that was my group. There's the third one. You don't see it anymore because it disappeared. And these are the 600 spine. They go a little off. For a fiberglass bow, really respect. It's fast. Fun shooter for the price. 170 euros. Wow. If 31 inches is enough for you, that's a bow to go with. Even 28 inches, nice. Here we go. Look at this Hungarian bow, made for it. Huh? Look, nice. You can do your whatever, fine. These tips always come loose, so the other way around. Yeah, works too. Even directly on the handle. Look at this, no problem. You can hold them all like this and grab them fine too. So this bow delivers whatever you want to do. I think it's a good entry bow, horse bow. If you want to start, it's fast. So even for horseback, you can shoot lightweight arrows with it, just fine. Pretty bow. Let's talk about the rating. We have the packaging, a bow, a string, a sleeve, and a documentation would give you 6 points out of 10. The handling of this bow really is really easy to string. So even a beginner has no problem at all. This bow is stiff in this direction and straight, and it's still straight like nothing. So don't know what he did. But this bow is straight, so you can, nice. You can do whatever you like with this bow. It's easy, especially for a beginner. Really nice. 10. The build, I can't complain. And now, of course, people start telling me, look, if the bow has an arrow pass, or whatever, you know, with horn or something, that it needs to get more points. No, the build quality is for me how the bow is, and not compared now to others because the other one has a decoration or has another arrow pass or whatever. It's not a comparison. My rating is simply what you get and how it's made, the build quality. And then I can tell you that the sears are perfectly crafted. There's nothing to complain. They are pretty. The sears are nice sanded and smooth. The whipping here is really well made. The leather on the limbs is nice. There is no flaw, nothing. The stitching is just nice with the same twine than this one here. Nice. And then you have this nice whipping here. And you have these two, they are, of course, they can't go off because they're here in the whipping end here. So it's nice. So you have a description on it. The string looks good. It's very well made, but it's Grozer. What can you expect? That's why. You know, even if there are features missing which other bows have, like a decoration or something, this bow gets for the build quality a 10 out of 10. The basic feel of this bow doesn't wiggle at all. Nothing. So you need to force it. And here it's medium sturdy, but this fiberglass is bending nicely. The handle, as you see, is just nice. Would be nice to have here a little more bump, but it still feels really, really good in your hand. It's a fiberglass bow at the end. You have these heavy wood sears here, so you feel it a little, but the bow feels cool. You can do everything. So even if you twist and torque and whatever, this bow doesn't mind. That's why another 10 points. The draw experience again. 28, 29, 30, 31. No stacking. And as you saw, the draw curve goes up every inch 2.5 pounds. So it doesn't get much better. So 10. And the shooting experience is a non-contact sear bow. As long as your arrows are heavy enough, it's not a deal. With 330 grain. And this one in full draw head, 51 pounds. Then a little too lightweight, then you feel it. So 400 grain is almost too lightweight, but it's doable. So I would get really 9 grain, something, maybe 10 grain. Then you have a little less speed, but it's worth it because then the shooting experience is nicer. But for me, took a few shots, then this bow delivered whatever you want with this bow. It does it. That's why it gets another 10 points. Can't help you guys. It's, for what it is, a very good bow. So we have 56 out of 60. And the price value, I give it 5 points. It's a €170 bow. It looks pretty. Has some features like these arrow passes in horn that you don't scratch up your leather. So you will have long time fun with this bow, and it simply looks good. €170 and a little shipping. For me, fully worth it. Gets fully 5 points. There you have it, guys. So thank you very much, Shaba, for sending it to me, even if you forgot to put the cake in the box, but it's fine. I forgive you. When I come to Austria, the first thing I will visit you, and when we redo the cake thing. Thank you, Shaba, for sending it to me. Really interesting. Never knew that your base bows perform that well. 190 foot per second or even more for a fiberglass bow. Just saying. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one.